So I know we're talking about a lot of these different concepts and using a lot of terms. And it is just as complicated once you dive into some of that data, right? Because to John's point, that GS1 schema is extremely vast and there are literally thousands of attributes, right? And understanding how your data fits into that and what's necessary to support your business is pretty critical. But a few points that I do want to just call out after, seeing other tools and how they approach GDSN is number one, kind of the digestible data modeling, right, within Salsify. And I know that JP is going to get into this a bit, but actually being able to take a look at your full packaging hierarchy, right, within the tool, being able to have those relationships when we talk about the different structures. And obviously, that is what's going to set the foundation for actually getting it in there, focusing on the quality of your data and making sure that it is presentable in a way, number one, for you to continue to manage it. I have seen some cases where with bad modeling, it becomes so convoluted that some customers don't even know how to update data and it's no longer efficient, right? So that's one thing I know we're going to get into that I definitely wanted to call out there. And then obviously the actual framework for syndicating to the network. I think what Salsify has built is absolutely fantastic. We'll get into some really cool features they have around GLIN groups, right? So different ways to organize your trading partners and manage those syndication processes that way. And then, of course, obviously, insight into that choreography. So anyone in the audience that actually has experience with GDSN and syndicating your data, you know that there is a lot of synchronization in terms of messaging, right? And understanding if there were any issues caught by the retailers and what needs to be adjusted. And obviously, when it comes to data management, having that kind of traceability is very important. So those are a couple of high points I wanted to hit. Of course, I'm going to kick it back to John so he can hit a few before we dive into the tool with JP.
Yeah, thanks, Amitra. I guess what I would say about our investment to date in Salsify. Again, I said it earlier. Our focus is on simplicity, visibility, actionability. We see a macro trend in content shifting from being, historically something that's owned by master data, IT, supply chain, for better or for worse, to, something that's becoming more and more owned by, marketing, digital, e-commerce teams. I think the E is going away before we know it. It's all commerce now. So, since the GDSN is a pretty complex technology, our focus is on to make it, again, approachable to the business user, and something that solves a lot of the problems that the GDSN practitioners, the hundreds we've spoken to over the last 2 years in building our data pool, and continuing to invest have raised with the way the GDSN works today. So trying to simplify, trying to give more visibility, make it more actionable. At the higher level, we've been in this space for years. We have a lot of experience working with customers, both in-store solutions and online commerce solutions. And our goal with a GDSN data pool plus CommerceXM offering, is to help brands unify their in-store and online people, process, content, tech stack, right? So, ensuring our customers are future-proofed against the evolving commerce landscape. So that's what we've attempted to do here. It's what we're going to continue investing in from a GDSN front in Salsify. A lot more exciting things coming down the pipe.